By now, you've all heard of Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0, the latest book published by Mama Jumbo Shrimp. It's more than just another wine book. The fully updated second edition was inspired by students of the Vinitaly International Academy and painstakingly reviewed and revised by an expert panel of certified Italian wine ambassadors from across the globe. The book also includes an edition by Professore Attilio Scienza, Italy's leading vine geneticist. The benchmark producers feature is a particularly important aspect of this revised edition. The selection makes it easier for our readers to get their hands on a bottle of wine that truly represents a particular grape or region. To pick up a copy, just head to Amazon.com or visit us at MamaJumboShrimp.com. Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Hello, my name's Stevie, and we are back, Italian Wine Podcast, On the Road Edition, through our sister channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp. And today, we are continuing our journey in Umbria. So I'm here with Massimiliano Pasquini. Is that correct?
Perfect. Correct.
Okay, and
your Italian is perfect.
Yeah, sure. That's not what my husband says. Anyway, so I'm here with Massimiliano. He is the general manager for this winery, which is called Castello della Sala, and it is part of the Antinori Group. So, ciao Massimiliano.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Come stai?
So, bene. So thank you for having us. I know we just called you like a few hours ago. Hello, surprise. You weren't
It's
expecting.
a surprise for me, but it's a big pleasure for me.
Yes,
at the same time.
great. So thank you for having us. And so tell us where we are exactly. Where is Castello della Sala located?
Castello della Sala is located in Ficulle. Ficulle is a small village.
Ficulle.
Yes.
It sounds like kind of a joke.
Yes. It's a
Ficulle.
Ficulle. It's a very small village, very close to Orvieto town, because we stay in the land of Orvieto classical wine. And Castello della Sala is in the part of the Orvieto Classico in the north here, 18 kilometers far from Orvieto.
18 kilometers from here, right.
Yes.
So how long has the group been involved in the Castello di Sala?
Antinori bought the Castello della Sala in the 1940 because Antinori want to make the white wine in a country where the white wine was famous in the world in the past, the Orvieto Classical wine. And they started immediately to produce Orvieto Classical wine, but after 27 years probably, they tried to produce one of the best Orvieto Classical wines to introduce the international grapes like Chardonnay.
So Castello di Sala, how many wines does it produce?
We produce
how many labels?
6 labels.
6 labels?
Yes,
okay.
6 labels. We produce San Giovanni della Sala,
okay.
Our Orvieto Classico. We produce Muffato, the sweet wine. We produce Cervaro della Sala. We produce Bramito and Conte della Vipera wine. Because Castello della Sala is an estate for white wine. But we produce just one red wine, the Pinot Noir de Castello della Sala.
Okay, so today we're going to taste 3 of your wines.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So
we start with the San Giovanni della Sala 2021.
Yeah, that was the wine that was hanging up in the tower.
Yes. We saw before from the tower the small church.
Right.
The small church, because this small church inside the property is the San Giovanni Church.
So is this the first wine that Castello di Sala produced?
Is the first wine, yes.
Okay.
It's the first wine.
Okay, so let's have a taste.
Okay.
So this is the current vintage
Yes, on the
available
market,
in
yes,
the market.
in the market, yes.
When do you release the wines?
But
What
this is
period?
Orvieto Classico Superior. For this, it's necessary to introduce in the market after the 1st March.
Is it aging it in?
Not too much. 4 months in bottle before to
bottle
release.
aging,
Yes,
4
yes,
months.
yes.
Do you ever think about going to like Stelvin or Screw Caps?
For this wine, probably it's better to use the normal cork.
And how many bottles are you producing of this San Giovanni?
Of San Giovanni, we produce more or less 100,000 bottles in total.
100,000 bottles.
Yes.
And what are the grapes that you
The
use?
grapes, we used 50% of Grechetto, the local grapes, 25% of Procanico, another local grape. We use 15% of Viognier.
Viognier.
Yes, Viognier.
But that's unusual, right?
Yes. And the Viognier ripe very well in this area, in this country. And 10% of Pinot Blanc. We use Viognier to apport the aromatic notes. And we use the Pinot Blanc to have more long taste. This wine is crispy and soft at the same time.
You've been working here
I
since.
started in Castello della Sala in 2008, but I worked for Antinori from 2004.
Right.
For me,
By the way, you're like you live.
I
in this
live
area,
in
right?
this area. Yes, I have in my blood the Orvieto wine.
Right. So you know Orvieto very well.
I know Orvieto very well. For me, Orvieto is a beautiful place to produce wine, in particular white wines.
But do you think this is a typical Orvieto wine?
But
Would you say this is
a style.
It's like a
this
benchmark?
style. I think is a modern style of Orvieto. For this, we introduce the Viognier in the blend. It's the style for Antinori. It's Antinori style, but we have the ancient roots in this area. But we want to apport our spirit, our innovative spirit.
So when you said you just said it's an Antinori style, what does that mean?
The Antinori
Style. You said this is an
Antinori style is
style.
to produce wine not too powerful, not too muscular, but wine very elegant, vertical, salty, but with perfect balance with the aromatic part, acidity, and body.
So listen, Massimiliano, has this wine, you've been working here, this is how many vintages have you done of San Giovanni?
San Giovanni, we started to produce San Giovanni in 2005. Okay. But Antinori produced Orvieto wines from long period. Start to produce immediately after bought the Castello della Sala estate in the 1940s.
So is this a wine, would you say it's kind of, what Italians say, pronta beva?
Yes.
So it's pretty much,
yes.
you drink it now,
Yes, you
right?
can drink now, after 1 year after the vintage, after the harvest, and you can drink after 2 or 3 years of aging bottle. But now, for me, we have the best expression of San Giovanni wine.
Yeah, so after a couple of years, it doesn't improve with age, right?
Yes.
So, all these years you've been making Orvieto, right? Because this is kind of heart of Orvieto, wine producing. So has the style changed at all the past years?
Yes, change the style because change the taste of the people in general in the world. And I think now people prefer the crispy wine, prefer the acidity, prefer the wine easy to drink, but with savory.
More savory.
More savory.
So you're kind of following the market as well in terms of the taste?
In terms of the taste, for the wine like San Giovanni, probably is better to follow the taste of the market.
Because it's a everyday wine, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Italian Wine Podcast. Brought to you by Mama Jumbo Shrimp.
All right, let's taste the next wine.
Next wine, we open our cru, Cervaro della Sala, 2020, the vintage.
And would you say this is kind of your signature wine?
Yeah, yes. This is the wine where we have the best attention during the production. We have the best attention in the vineyards to make this wine, and this wine was born in the 1986, 85. Sorry, 85. And after a long time of experience, now we have the Cervaro 2020.
Okay. So let's taste the wine.
Yes, this is the current vintage.
Okay.
Because Cervaro is a blend between two grapes. We use Chardonnay and a little part of Grechetto, the local grapes. Chardonnay fermenting in barrel, and after the alcoholic fermentation, made a malolactic fermentation. Grechetto fermenting just in still tank, without malolactic fermentation.
So no mallow.
No mallow.
All of your wines, estate grown, they're all grapes coming from the estate?
Yes. We produce our wines just with our grapes.
So can you repeat to me the percentage of Chardonnay?
The Chardonnay in 2020 we used 88% of Chardonnay.
So it's predominantly Chardonnay.
Chardonnay, yes, and 12% of Grechetto, because usually we use more Grechetto in a warm vintage, because with the Grechetto we apport more acidity, because the Chardonnay have less acidity in the warm vintage. And we use less Grechetto in the cool vintage, because the Chardonnay have the acidity and it's not necessary to apport.
Give me a cool vintage.
Cool vintage, for example, is 2014, 2019. Cool vintage is when rain a lot, when the temperature in the summer is not too high. For us, it is 2019, for example, 2014. 2018. The warm vintage is 2017. 2020 is very balanced vintage. It's not too warm, it's not too cool.
Have you guys ever considered doing 100% Chardonnay?
We try in the past to use 100% Chardonnay, but we prefer to give some terroir with Grechetto grapes, because we think Grechetto is the grapes of this area, and we respect this area, and we want
to give its local identity.
Local identity, yes.
And for the acidity as well, the extra acidity.
Yes, for this we use Grechetto.
What was the best vintage of Cervaro?
2019 was very, very good vintage for Cervaro wine.
And 1986.
1986, yes, yes.
No more wine, no more bottles.
Yes, 1986 was another very good vintage, but it's impossible to taste. It's impossible to drink because we have just 20 bottles.
How long can Cervaro last? The aging capability of Cervaro?
Cervaro can age for a long time. The important is the storage of the bottle, because in our cellar, in our old cellar, we have the bottle of 1986 and it's in perfect condition. Usually, Cervaro is good. It's very, very good after 5 years from the harvest. 5-6 years, for my opinion.
So do you think that is like the prime and it can age longer?
Yes, age long.
But it doesn't improve after that?
No, after 5 years can improve, yes.
It can still improve?
Yes.
How long can it age before it stops improving?
After...
You know, when they tell you, drink now, drink later, wait, 5, whatever.
I think you can drink later after 5 or 6 years from the vintage, from the harvest.
Thank you for joining us on another installment of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Join her again next week for more interesting content in the Italian wine scene. You can also find us at ItalianWinePodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. You can also check out our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, to watch these interviews and the footage captured of each location. Chin chin!